Mirage News, your source for everything Mirage.
Okay, Tom. We have breaking news. We have reports of a Mirage that has mods being done to it, like for real this time. And it seems like there might be a little bit of activity here, but we are here at the location where the Mirage is actually at, and being modded. And oh, it looks like the owner is coming. Oh God. Okay. I hope he doesn't see me. Oh, okay. Let's get this on camera. Oh yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing. What? I'm not doing anything.
We're coming right back.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today is the day we have all been waiting for the Mirage, or at least I have, because I have ordered brand new brakes. Front brakes for the Mirage. Rear brakes are fine, I'm not going to mess with those. Front brakes for the Mirage, drilled and slotted from Power Stop, and I got carbon fiber infused ceramic brake pads as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some stop tests. We're going to do some emergency stop tests and stuff like that. We got our cone, we got our thermometer, and we got our tape measure, and of course we have our assistant Blaine. So we are going to do stop tests on stock brakes, stock setup and everything. Then we're going to swap everything over and then do our same tests with the Power Stop kit and see what we get. Let's get right into it. Okay guys, so now we are at a disclosed location to do our brake test. I have a heat gun here, so after we do the brake test, we have a cone here for the start point, and we have every 10 feet marked out all the way up to 90 feet. We're gonna go 45 to 0, 45 from here, and then start braking here, and then we go out that way. Our starting temperature for the brakes is about 120. Yeah, about 120, 130 degrees. About 120, 130. So we're gonna use this as a baseline. 120, 130 is about warmed up for the brakes. And when I stop, I'm gonna jump out and I'm gonna measure the brakes on each side, and we're gonna get our data. We're gonna do this 3 times, and let's see what happens. So we're sitting about 200, 204, about 100, 200, 204 on that side. And we stopped at about, give or take, 55, 56 feet stock brakes. So that's test number 1. Okay, after the second run, about 250 degrees on that one. About 250 on that one as well. And we stopped at 70, let's say about 72 feet. So let's go into the third and final run. And on the third test, we're running about 330 degrees on this side, and about 330 on that side as well. And we stopped a little bit past, so probably about 73 feet on this test. We're actually seeing a little bit of fade in these, even after 345 mile an hour stops. So that's actually kind of disappointing. We went from 50 feet on the first run at an ambient temperature of about 100 all the way up. We gained 20 feet after only 2 runs. So let's run one more run and see what happens. And after our fourth and final run, we're running close to 400 degrees on this side, about 360, 370 on that side, and about 360 almost on this side as well. And we gained another 5 feet. So 4 runs in, and we gained over 30 feet in braking. So that, in turn, if you're doing a lot of emergency stops, or you see a deer or something, or your brakes are already warm, that turns up to be a lot of footage, especially if you're looking to stop quicker for emergencies. So let's get into replacing these brakes. Okay guys, and these are the brakes we are putting on. We have the Power Stop Evolution brake pads, carbon fiber ceramic performance pads with their slotted and drilled rotors right here. So these are OEM size, OEM fit, and so are those, and we are going to start working on it now. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do is jack up your car and take the wheel off. Since we have the wheel off, we can start the process of taking the brake caliper off and getting the rotor off. The rotor has 2 of these holes, which it looks like on this wheel are not even used. Usually these holes would have like a little screw, like a little lock screw or something in it, so they keep the brake rotor on, but it doesn't look like these have that. All right, the first thing you're going to do when it comes to taking the actual caliper off to get to the brake rotor to replace it is you're going to take these 2 14mm bolts out of the back. They're going to be threaded at the top, and then once you got them fully loose, just pull on them and they'll slide straight out. These are the glide bolts for the caliper. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the caliper and pull it off of the rotor. The rear brake pad in this situation has stuck to the rotor, and as you can see, there we go. We got this brake pad right here and this brake pad right here. Next thing I'll do is you take your pads out, which they should just slide. Wow, this thing is in there. Oh, there we go. Okay, a little bit of prying and pulling down later, we got ourselves a brake pad out of here. That's still wanting to stay in, but I am saying no to that.
You can bend that because you're throwing them away.
There we go. Pop that out. Move on to the rear. Rear's a little bit easier. Just kind of pull them off. Brake pads were about 50% life. Now this one is actually at a quarter life. Brake pads are a little bit thicker, and this one's about half life, and it's not bad for 30,000 miles. After you take your caliper off and you get the bolts and stuff done, in my case I had to hammer the actual rotor off of the hub because it was rusted onto there. But once you do that, take it yourself, because of how small these are, a pair of big old pliers, push that in, and you're ready to put on your new rotor. Alright, take the rotors, stick them on there, get your pads right here. Unbox them. These do have a break-in procedure that I will show y'all later in the video. Comes with hardware and all. Another thing, make sure that y'all replace your retaining clips. They go here and right there. Make sure to take those out and use the new hardware. Doesn't hurt. It comes with the kit anyway. Might as well do it. It's better safe than sorry. Okay, make sure you put your vibration plate from your old pads onto your new pads. That's one thing that it does not come with. Make sure to put your new retaining clips in, or retention clips. I already went over that. On your rear brake pad, there's a little clip right here that you should replace. On the rear one, it does come with 2 of those, right here and right here. So for each rear pad, make sure to replace that clip. One thing I am noticing with these new clips is that on the rear pad, the new clip is a lot shorter than on the old pad. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to use the OEM clip. If I do, that's not a like a big deal. I'll just use it. But yeah, that's one thing to look out for. Okay, after you get your brake pads on, you just slide the caliper straight over. Make sure these are straight, so then you don't bind them or rip them or anything like that. Hold on, let me get the other one nut. Okay, yeah, make sure these are straight. And then you're gonna want to lube up your bolts, slide them in, and it's getting dark, so we're probably gonna have to do this the test tomorrow, which shouldn't make a difference. I'm gonna do the bed-in process tonight. I'm probably gonna videotape that, but after that, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to do the actual brake testing. So, yep, lube these up, slide them in, screw in, and you're all done.
Yep.
Pump the brakes, you're ready to go. Because of the time constraints, guys, and also daylight is not on our side right now, I'm just going to show one side. The process is the same for both sides. Just undo the bolts, undo the caliper, take brake pads out, squeeze caliper, take rotor off, put new rotor on, put new brake pads on, put caliper back on, screw back in, make sure to replace all hardware because it comes with the kit, and you're all set to go. Put wheels on, pump brakes, make sure you have brakes, then go do the next step, which I'm about to show right now. Okay guys, it is the next day. We are back at our same testing site. The markings are still there. It hasn't rained or anything. We have the brand new brakes up there. Lo and behold, these brakes are at the perfect temperature like last time. About 130, 140 degrees, warmed up, ready to be tested. Let's get straight into it. We stopped at about 60 feet and brakes are sitting at about 150 degrees. That is a gigantic difference, about not even 200 degrees after the first brake test. We are already seeing crazy results with these brakes and rotors. On to the second test. All right, on the second test, we're sitting at 45 feet. Now, just over 45. We're hitting about 48 feet. And we're hitting we are still not even, okay, in some areas, we're just hitting 200 degrees on this brake rotor. This is crazy, guys. I have never seen anything like this in my life. 170, 200, 180. I mean, we're barely hitting over 200 degrees on the brake rotor, guys. This is crazy. About 217. We're stopping in about 55 feet. This is the third test run, guys. If y'all remember, we were hitting almost 80 feet on the third test run. That is a gigantic difference with these brake rotors. One, the heat that these are dissipating just based off of the stops we're doing is crazy. We're hitting 50, about 57, 58 feet on the third test. If y'all remember, braking is important. This is only 45 miles an hour. Imagine the gains you make at 60. This is crazy, guys. Let's go into the last test. Okay, guys, here's the crazy thing. We did the fourth brake test. I'm still going to show it, but I'm going to show this before. We did the fourth brake test. I lost the thermal gun, so this isn't going to be accurate, but it stopped at like 67 feet, so like 10 more feet than last run. But we're going to do a fifth and final brake test because we want to have accurate results, especially when it comes to temperature. So here we go.
Oh my God.
With our fifth and final run, we're running around 220 on the brake rotors, 230, 240. Yeah, about 240 on the brake rotors on our fifth run. And because of that, actually, this is very surprising. Hold on. We're stopped. I think this is the shortest stopping distance we've done all day. We're sitting around 46 feet, maybe? That is incredible, guys. This has been an incredibly shocking video for me. I did the break-in process last night, okay? And then brake pedal feel wasn't the best last night. We bled the brakes. Brake pedal feel's consistently been getting better and better with these brakes. The more I use them, the better it feels to use them. I was not expecting these results because of how the brake pedal felt last night. I totally expected to be all the way down there past the 90-foot mark, but we're hitting 45 feet after 5 consistent runs. 5. And we're barely hitting 250 degrees on the brake rotor. And the thing is, they're actually getting cooler. Faster. Like 220 degrees now, 25. Guys, this is one of the best upgrades you can do for your Mitsubishi Mirage. Sound. You're still getting some sound while you're doing the break-in. After break-in, the sound is so much quieter in this car. I'm actually gonna head back to the house and I'll get back with y'all when it's less noisy, but I am completely blown away with. To conclude, guys, is it worth it to take your Mitsubishi Mirage and get new brake pads and rotors? Definitely. I'll be putting up the results of these tests at the end of this video. The gigantic difference between these and the stocks is mind-blowing. I did not expect such a gigantic difference when you're upgrading your pads and rotors with the Mitsubishi Mirage. I mean, with OEM tires, you may have a slight, well, actually, you will have a bigger difference because you won't have as much traction. So you will hit ABS a lot sooner with grippier brakes and rotors that bite into the brake pad a lot more aggressively. So if you have upgraded brakes or if you have upgraded tires, then this is definitely going to be a upgrade that is going to definitely change completely how your car brakes. You will be safer overall with these brakes. I will be doing update videos. I do 5,000, 10,000, and then a finalized 30,000 if these brake pads even make it that long. We'll do a full-on review at 5,000 miles. But so far, I am so happy. I've driven on these for about 150, almost 200 miles with these brakes. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please let me know by hitting that like button, and also enjoy the results at the end. Let me know what other things you would like me to do to the Mirage. This has actually surprised me a lot. I only spent about $170 altogether with brake pads and rotors included. I don't expect the brake pads to last long. I know they say carbon ceramic infused with carbon fiber, but I really, because they're only $30 for 2 sets, maybe it's just because of the size. I'm not sure, but I don't expect the front brake pads to last a long time. But this brake set is amazing. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please let me know by hitting that like button. I'll put everything in the description. Enjoy the results at the end. Thank you and goodbye.
Where have I been? Stupid silence. You've been standing right there all along, even though it's been unspoken so long.